I don't know why it does that. Kind of annoying. One of the sisters has one of my favorite character arcs. Starts off hesitant and kind of scared of her own potential, and through the course of the show, she becomes not only a badass, but also strong, loving, and devoted wife and mother. Oh. And the heart of her family. So you're kind of trying to do that kind of transition? Sick. Ladies and gents, Piper Halliwell. Maybe that's when you'll get fish. Do you get that reference? Shit! Sean, are you out there? I don't want to read the story without you. I want to trust that you're there, but you know. Of course I am. See, I knew you were there. Just the one time I don't check is the one time you're not going to be there. You're going to like have gotten up for like 5 minutes to go to the washroom or something. Or to deal with something, you know. Going across the street, washing some clothes or something. Gonna lurk for a bit. Goal is to edit through chapter 20 tonight. Hell yeah, country girl. That's what it's all about. Keep it up. Let's go. That all does happen, yes. So, just always trying to make sure we're not letting anyone miss out on it. Alright. Sean's story, chapter 38. Vanessa approached the truck with some trepidation. What exactly is this? Stepped out of the pickup, and Karena did the same on the other side. This is my pickup truck. We're apparently in a space that exists in 3 different worlds. So now I can go to any of the other 3 worlds. So I was able to do some shopping just now. I bought some fencing materials and building materials for the treehouse, as well as groceries and several saplings of every type of tree I could buy. Tomorrow, I'll go to a feed store to buy some more hay and deer pellets. Probably buy a livestock water trough, unless our smith and carpenter would rather do the work. I asked the last part a little louder, having spotted the 2 women in question gazing around in befuddlement. They both turned, their animal ears perking in interest. What's this then? Asked the smith. I want to have a large trough for animals to drink out of. I can buy one from my homeland, but you could build one instead. In fact, I should get 3. so I can set up a trough in each world. Oh, we've already got those. I can get you 3 later today, Carpenter responded. Is that so? Are they big enough for a man to lie down in? Not just in one direction, if possible. The smith nodded. The larger ones like that are at my shop. Needed the bands. Same as your water tower did. Can haul 3 of those out tonight. I smiled broadly. Nice. I'll take them. Marta can grab the coin if you want it now. Marta already had the needed funds in her own purse and simply paid them for the troughs. Thank you very much. We'll get those straight away, said the carpenter. The two trotted off together to fetch their wagon and the troughs I needed. I noted several rolls of oiled leather at the foot of the stairs. Oh, did the knife sets show up? Cora smiled and nodded. Indeed, perhaps not as good as your set, but near enough to do the same work. Just have to sharpen them more often than yours. In the distance, I could hear the same humming thunder sound. Karenna and I looked in that direction. Mother must be throwing her authority around. She really shouldn't bring that thing out here. Nobody is injured. Vanessa was even more startled by this new vehicle. What is that? She asked in horrified amazement. Alyssa also looked on in concern at the approach of this flying monstrosity. Craft angled up just before it landed, and the heated air rushed out at us, picking up debris off the forest floor. Not sure what it's called. Karenna? Do you mind telling us what you call those craft? Oh, it's a medevac frameline. Is that Frey? Is that Frime? Frime line? I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce that, Sean. Frime line? Like Fremlin? Like German for like girl? Like female? Fräulein? Frame line. I have no idea. There are transport frame line frame line too, but those are never allowed over forest land. Mother shouldn't have brought it out technically. Outside of an emergency. They aren't allowed either. Her ears twitched in agitation. Should really scold her about this. When the frame line door opened, a tall, elegantly dressed vampire woman walked out briskly. What appeared to be an elf followed her with some sort of blaster on her hip. Matriarch, please, we don't know anything about these people. At least let me go first. She know 2 things about me already, I called out to her. First, I saved Jerome's life, and I'm going to take care of Karenna as my wife. That makes to make her my mother-in-law by my traditions. My family will all stand by her. The elf woman stopped in shock. The vampire woman, however, came directly up to me, smiling with the points of her fangs barely peeking out between her lips. She embraced Karenna and then me without hesitation. Well met, son-in-law. If my daughter and son failed to mention, I am Verona, matriarch of the planet Tellus. May I have an introduction to everyone else? Honestly, Mother, by what right do you have to medevac frameline, have the medvac frameline, Jesus, bring you out here? Are you too good to walk anymore? Verona simply waved her hand in the air. This is an emergency. If this situation isn't handled in a timely manner, it could risk multiple lives, not less of which is yours, and you were out here. Karenna, she's right. Vanessa isn't a threat in any way, but my people? You've seen what my world is like. It's a dangerous age where atomic weapons exist, and have yet to be destroyed for the betterment of all. The governments of my world aren't something to ignore. Your technology may indeed be superior, but what does that matter if my people poison your land, even more with a nuclear weapon? We really do need to defend not only your world, but Vanessa's as well, from the idiocracy, love that, of my world's government. True! Verona looked a little more strict. That is concerning. What exactly would you suggest? Ideally, I'd try to cut my world off from the portal hub entirely. That, however, I fear is impossible. So we need some sort of protective barrier that keeps all of my world's people off my property. Combination of your super science and, if possible, the magic of Vanessa's world. If we can prevent both trespass and damage by my people, then we can force them to acknowledge my treehouse as an embassy between the three worlds. We need absolute control of any Earthling coming to either of the other worlds, being that I am currently married to a princess in one world and about to be married to the equivalent of a princess in your daughter. And that means I can legally speak as a neutral party. I'm a citizen of 2 out of 3 worlds already, and as soon as we have our ceremony, it will be all 3. I hate politics. No ceremony is needed for us. You only need to breed Karena, and by our laws, you two will be married. Hundreds of years ago, we did have ceremonies, but no longer. Mother, could you have any less tact? Karena was very upset with her mother. I don't see how you could possibly embarrass me any more than you have right now. I pulled her to me and planted a kiss on her lips, melting her embarrassment away in the bliss of passion. I broke the kiss to her disappointment. I want to connect the treehouse to those old growth trees there. It will make them stronger as a result. But what's important right now, I think, is that it will allow another place to attach defense modules or whatever you use. Granted, it will also be the bedrooms for my children when they're old enough. Verona nodded firmly. Defenses I can surely help with. I noticed you don't have what we'd consider a power supply. How is it that you power your technology? Solar power panels. They create electricity when exposed to direct sunlight. It's not the best power source, but it doesn't require harmful chemicals. She tilted her head slightly in thought. I'll requisition a power generator for you and provide energy barriers for all 3 worlds. You'll have control over the entries on all 3 sides, and even if they sneak a weapon into the center, the energy barrier will protect the underside of your treehouse as well. Oh, would you be able to provide a civil engineer to design a sewage treatment system for Vanessa's Viscounty capital? It's roughly 3 hours on foot from here. They have access to magic for construction purposes, so heavy equipment shouldn't be needed. But we could really use some sewer pipes. Maybe we can come up with a trade, like so many pipes for so many trees? That got Verona's attention, and only then did she notice my pickup truck and the leafy tree saplings in its bed. Tree starts for assistance in civil engineering. Tree starts for assistance in civil engineering. I think that can be arranged. We can even help build the production facility to make eco-friendly pipes as well. Then Vanessa here can supply the rest of her nation, and hopefully her world, with those pipes as time goes on. That would be most appreciated, Matriarch Verona. I am Viscountess Vanessa of the House of Sperana. Perhaps we too and Princess Nayla should speak more about such things. Can't speak for Queen Nitre, but Princess Nayla should be able to speak on her behalf, at least for most things. We can message her later for any approval and permissions we'd need from my home, either later this evening or tomorrow. I'd say you don't need later twice. We have fresh blood available right now. It would be a shame to let any of it go to waste. I can provide tea for everyone who doesn't drink blood, too. I also acquired a feast to share with those who eat. Something from my world. We adjourned to the house proper and everyone who could enjoy the meal. Our vampiric members all enjoyed the blood. I read it wrong. Could it? And everyone who could enjoyed the meal. What a chapter. Definitely, Come on. It's like stuck there. I'm just gonna sneeze out of fucking nowhere. The fact that, like, the guard is, like, protective of her. You know, the well-being and well-meaning of meeting. The idea of building the embassy and, like, defending against James's world. And making James, like, the real world the main enemy. I love doing that. Especially in worlds that don't have necessarily the same power structure. Right? Yo, Raymondo, what's up? I saw you posted a new thing in here, brother. This morning. Or last night. Was that last night? Wait, that was wait. Am I retarded? Wait, when was this? When did you post this? My brain is mush. I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm retarded and this was the last one that we read. Yeah, no, this is. I'm retarded. This is the ground news one. It's all good. But yeah, definitely, like, having characters put on guard like that as their duty, but seeing, like, everything else. James being the only one who can really understand how bad. Because I'm like, I don't think they can really understand the scope of, like, nuclear weapons. But the idea of, like, poisoning the land and stuff like that. Another world is already kind of fucked. Doesn't need to be double fucked. Be like, Fubar. Imagine showing a nuke going off to a medieval peasant. And be like, so, yeah, think of the furthest you've walked the entirety of your life. The area that blew up is probably 4 times the size of, like, if you walk from one end to the other, of the farthest places you've ever been in your entire life. Crazy. They just wouldn't understand the scope, man. Just couldn't understand the scope. It's too big. It's too much. You know? Trying to think. I think there was something else I was going to say about the chapter. About James. Oh, the troughs. Is he gonna get animals? Verona would understand. Their people are further advanced from James's people, as James' people are from Vanessa's. Well, I meant more that those herd beasts. Oh, so he's gonna make a farm. Is that gonna be like a fertilizer? Food? Because they don't really need, like... Does he want that for himself? Or for other people? Because he wants 3, so that means 1 for everyone, right? That would be my guess. But yeah, all in all, it was a good chapter. Meet new people, advancing it. There is a true story of an Australian indigenous man who never saw a white person in his life. His tribe was so far away from everything, and they didn't even know that the English colonized Australia. Discovered the modern world walking through the desert when he saw a nuke go off. Dude was like, holy shit. Okay, I'm going back. Peace. I'm going back where I came from. That's fucked up, Raymond. That's insane. I love it. That's like absolutely fucking crazy. Mind-boggling crazy. Yeah, definitely, fuck me. I need a slap in the face. Holy shit. So today was a fucking long day. So it's probably going to be another early day today because, again, it's Thanksgiving. So we're having our Thanksgiving, like, dinner tomorrow. Because I'm Canadian and Canadians are weird and we have Thanksgiving in October. I'm excited for a shit ton of food tomorrow. Gonna have the little rascals over. Oh. I was pretty much shopping all day and then fucking movie day, so it's been a day. So now we need the final story of the experimental stories. Sea Oak by George Saunders. Sea Oak. Holy shit, this is 9,000 words. Alright guys, I guess we're gonna be fucking locked